The Nikki Glaser Podcast. The Nikki Glaser Podcast.
Here's Nikki. Hello, here I am. It's the Nikki Glaser Podcast. Coming at you, first one of the week. Hope you had a good weekend, everyone. I sure did. We have the best show for you today. I'm so excited about it. I can't even stand it. I was excited all weekend after we came up with this plan. Here in studio with me, I'm joined by Anya and Noah, of course. Anya Marina, Noah, Avior, still not ever sure. Even if you tell me, it's like the rules of football. It doesn't stick, but it should. It's Avior.
You know what? Sometimes it is, and sometimes it's Avior.
I always forget that that's your policy on it. It's so freeing to me that you don't expect me to ever get your last name right. It's very nice of you and very. That's why I love Noah. She's a very forgiving friend. In studio with me though is my brother-in-law, one of the funniest people I know, and I'm not setting you up. I know that's setting you up to fail, or you can't live up to that, but you just naturally are. Everyone knows it about you. One of the best people I know. My brother's husband. The father of my nephews.
My brother's husband?
My
sister.
Oh my God. My sister's husband. You don't know what she was before she met you.
Exactly.
I knew her as something else. You met her after she transitioned.
You don't think I know that?
It's Matt Green, everyone. Welcome to the show.
Hello, everybody.
Yay, Matt. Oh, love that. Does that feel good?
Yeah, it feels great.
Matt, welcome to the show. So you came in with a beverage,
Yes.
and you were like, "Have you tried this? It's the new LaCroix."
Yeah, it's the LaCroix Cherry Blossom.
Do you like to try a new LaCroix? Because I'm into it. Ever since Limoncello kind of blew my mind, and I was like, "Whoa, a LaCroix could taste this good." Some people hate it. It's very diversive or dividing. What's the word when it's like two things? Polarizing.
Divisive?
Polarizing.
Oh, nice.
Polarizing.
Divisive too, maybe. I don't know. Don't know anything. But limoncello, how do you feel about that one?
Limoncello is good.
Oh, okay, good.
But I also am not
Coconut.
too discerning. I will drink them all.
What about coconut?
Coconut's great.
Really?
Slather it on me.
Wait a second. How do you guys feel about coconut LaCroix?
Is that
No.
pamplemousse or is that grapefruit?
No.
that's
Pamplemousse
grapefruit.
is grapefruit. That's the
Okay.
orange can. Okay, well, I guess we're not
Coconut
talking to
is
people who
weird.
know their LaCroix,
Okay,
so
so-
I can't really have an honest discussion. But
but-
coconut is widely known as the most disgusting one. It tastes of suntan lotion smell.
But
I
really-
like it.
It's just water.
But I used to compare it to cum. Because that's it. No, it's not. No, but that's what I'm saying. Look, I will say pamplemousse, raspberry, plain even, lime, orange. You're going to get the same kind of, it doesn't matter. But then there are these standout ones, limoncello, coconut, and now I guess cherry blossom that you can't, not good.
Stand out bad.
That's what I'm saying. People don't like them. So can I take a sip and
Sure.
see what I feel?
It's like, I won't
Because I hated coconut at first,
tell you
grew
what I
into
think
it.
tastes like.
Always loved limoncello. Okay, here we go.
What is the difference between limoncello and lemon?
It tastes like a cake almost. Not this, sorry, limoncello. It tastes of like cake batter and lemon. You're just like,
Okay.
which is like kind of gross for a LaCroix, like a sparkly drink, but it works.
Sure.
I that would have grossed me out prior to trying it. Hold on,
So
let me
there's
try this
nothing
again.
alcoholic about limoncello. Like it doesn't even
No,
taste
but a
like
limoncello
alcohol.
is an alcohol drink, right?
Yeah. That's what I thought. Okay, so
I don't hate this. This is in the rest for me.
You know, it's weird. It's water. But to me, it tastes watered down.
Watered down water. Well, can I offer you a different drink? Because the only beverages I had to offer you in my fridge were a beer, which I thought, no, you can't. You're working today. Thank you for taking time out of your work schedule. But I have a Liquid Death mango chainsaw. Okay, wait, hold on. You're not done with the options. Mango chainsaw. Okay, so it's like a hint. These are not ads, by the way. These are drinks I have to offer, and I'm just describing them. I did get these from Liquid Chainsaw or Liquid Death, but they are not associated with the show in any way. But they did send me a case just of their new product, and I have to say, and it has only 3 grams of sugar for this whole can, so there is sugar in it. So it feels better than like sipping Zevias all day, you know. So I do like it. But we also have. I'm not selling these in any way. I don't care if you buy them. I don't care what happens. So I'm just telling you. Bury It Alive, Berry, Bury It Alive, so Berry. But I like Mango Chainsaw is such a great name.
Yeah.
And then I also have a new
I like that
beverage
band.
from my friend. Yeah, Noah's seen them live like 19 times.
She has the T-shirt.
They're like a Jamaican death metal band. There's like the mango part. Are mangoes in Jamaica?
Yes.
I don't know. I just picked a fucking island where they might be some. Okay. And then we have a System, which is a new energy drink, like a hard seltzer, but it's the 0% alcohol one. And these are made by the man. His company.
There's
he
so
sent
many
me them.
layers to that.
I know. He sent me them. Anthony Spina, and he's an old friend from high school. He's the first penis I ever saw. He dated Kirsten. And one day I was like, I've never seen a penis. And Kirsten and him were in my bedroom. We were just hanging out. It was her first boyfriend. And I was like, I've like never even seen one. I don't even know what they are. And he was like, do you want to see one? And I was like, I don't know. And then he was just like, look, here it is. And I was just like, oh. And I just got to see, like, it was like flaccid too. Like he just pulled us. He was just like, we called him Bada Ba because he was just like, Bada Ba. Like, it's going to happen. We're going to have it. So now he is he started this, and he's a great guy. And it's called It's an energy drink. I'm gonna have one. I have two. Do you want to try them?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay, cool. So that was the drink test portion of our show.
Wait, I
Matt-
think besties are gonna wonder why there's a beer in your fridge.
Wait, there's a beer? Oh, there's just like for guests in case there's someone that comes over and goes. It's literally a single beer. It's in the corner, just like kind of like the wallflower at the party in my fridge. Just kind of like, I don't know, I don't really fit in here. It's been there so long. I'm trying to think of anything else in my fridge that's been there as long. Because I keep
piece
some
of
stuff.
ginger from Iowa.
Yeah, an old root in the back. Yeah, some old root in the back of my drawer that I never use. How do you feel about
tuber.
System? Yeah,
It's good.
it's not bad, right?
Yeah.
Energy drinks, though, I gotta watch it because they sometimes make my tongue bleed.
You make your tongue bleed.
Dude, I was so into Monster Energy.
I remember that.
Wait, it's the blue one. It would be the black can with like the blue font. Dude, I'm not kidding you. I would talk about them like alcohol. Like I'm back on them. Like I can't. And they disintegrate your tongue tissue. Because
It's like
they are so
Trident gum. Did you ever have that? I had
yeah.
that with Trident Tropical Twist. I was addicted, and both sides of my tongue were like falling apart. And I was like, I gotta get more. My teeth
had
were hurting.
surgery on my tongue from too much gum use. And that's why I quit gum. I haven't had gum since August 2020, bitches.
Hold on.
Didn't you have like a bullfrog thing in there?
Yes, ranula. Those who've listened a while know it. Look up a ranula. I had a ranula from overuse of like my
Of
duct.
gum?
No, my duct got clogged because I chewed too much gum. It like calloused over.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so I don't do gum anymore because I can't stop. What a dumb thing to love. But I do think gum is stupid. You just like put this piece of trash in your mouth and you chew it. You don't swallow it. It literally is not supposed to be ingested. What are we doing?
Sometimes I
Just
really
use a
need
mint, a
something
Listerine
though.
pocket pack. But that's what I say. I will do gum. I just let it softly dissolve in my mouth and then I spit it out. As like I treat it like a mint. I can't chew it and be like, this is food. Like, no, it's
Wait,
not.
you just let it sit there?
What? Yeah.
You
I'll
take
just
a
suck
piece
on
of
it. If I
gum.
need to, like, if my breath is rank and I'm about to meet someone I need to have good breath in front of, I'll like in an emergency. Only people in the car have gum. I will go just suck on the gum because it's an emergency. You know what I mean?
Whoa, that
I don't
is wild.
want
You
to.
have so much
I just need
restraint.
Okay.
It's
I
like
need fresh
putting
breath.
a piece
But I
of
don't-
gum
but-
in your mouth and not chewing it is
But
like.
I just treat it like a mint. It's like I just go, this is a mint, and then I thought it would be hard. It's not. I promise.
Okay. So
At least for me.
I do the gum. I mean, I need it for breath purposes, obviously, but to keep busy. It's
Yeah.
like an ADD thing.
Yes,
So I like the gum for that purpose.
I do too.
And so I'll chew it always when I'm working out or when I'm running too. It like keeps me motivated.
Really?
And then my mouth stays.
Hydrated.
Yeah. But then
Dave Grohl
I swear this is not
sings
planned.
with performs with
Yeah.
gum the entire time.
So
Pulling
I
something
have
out of
these
his pocket.
What is that?
these cinnamon
Tic Tacs?
toothpicks.
Wait, give me
I
one of
use
those.
also.
I love Get me into these.
They're amazing.
I'm so scared of tripping and then falling and having the toothpick
Okay.
like go into my like fucking nose or something.
Okay, so this is
Yeah. Or someone hitting me in the face or something. I literally think about that.
no. So you're exactly right. So I would do the gum running.
Okay.
Workout. Then I started doing toothpicks and gum while running.
Whoa.
And I would literally be running, and sometimes a toothpick would go into my mouth, and I just
Yes.
I've done that.
I'm like, what am I doing? But it's simply like
That's so
just to like
dangerous.
take my mind off other stuff.
Okay. Yeah, no, I get that.
But
That's what I do
These
with
toothpicks are sick.
I mean, it's just but you do it's interesting because I understand gum as like it's something to do. Like it literally is like it's something to occupy my mind so that I don't do something worse. Or I mean, what am I running from in that scenario? But then I also think you think of it as maybe a more Dave Grohl way of like I'm ADD, like a fidget spinner.
Yeah,
Whereas
that's
I'm
exactly
like
what it is.
I don't want to be alone with my thoughts. Is it like that for you though?
No.
Oh.
I love my thoughts.
Anya, gum. How
What?
is it?
I
Fidget
love
spinner
my
or
thoughts first on this show.
what'd you
What the
say?
fuck?
said I
You
love my
said I
thoughts.
love my thoughts.
Wow.
Who
What
are
you do? I like my thoughts too. Wait a second. I will say I like my thoughts can betray me, but I did some great fantasizing this week. Like my thoughts, I let my thoughts go this weekend and I did a really good job. I'm not someone who could ever like achieve an orgasm through my imagination like one of those special ladies can do, like conjure it. I just could never just like think of something and jerk off. I know boys can. And like refer to things in their life. This weekend, someone was giving me advice about it and they were like, oh, Anya, we were in Florida and I was like, I need to jerk off tonight and I forgot my sex toy. I'm sorry, Matt. Is this uncomfortable? No, it's not. You're my friend. So, and I literally, nothing about this I'm going to be grotesque about, but if you are uncomfortable, feel free to talk, but see if you can get a word in. So we go to Florida. I realize I forgot my toy for the whole weekend and it's just something I like to do on the road. It calms me. It's fun.
It's your toothpick.
It's my toothpick, jogging. And
it's a very big toothpick.
I would say that it's a huge, no, it's not too big. It's just, I need one thing. When I'm home, I really let loose and it's a whole smorgasbord, but I bring one thing on the road and it's contained. But I forgot it. I don't have another option. Do you hear what I'm saying? I cannot achieve what I need to achieve if I don't bring that thing. It is contingent on the thing. And Anya goes, just use your hand and watch some porn. I go, oh, porn's going to be there no matter what. Because again, if the internet were down and I didn't have a toy, I would never again, I don't think I'd ever have an orgasm in terms of, like, without another person by myself.
That was mind-boggling to me.
By myself.
If you needed to have an orgasm and you didn't have your toy, you could
I was like,
not
there's
do
no
it.
bath. I was thinking maybe bath faucet, but I'm not getting up in that sink. And the water pressure wasn't good enough. I know what I need.
Could you go down to the laundry room at the hotel and just like sit on the dryer?
No, I don't think that I've ever been into like that kind of, like when I saw that in movies and stuff. I think, remember the movie where the girl has sex on the dryer and it's like so much better because she's like, oh yeah. Varsity Blues. It's like, really? I mean, it sounds like a hot idea, but this toothpick is fun, but I'm not getting enough cinnamon out of it.
Oh, just put it on your lips. Your lips will burn then.
Okay.
I'm not really selling it.
No,
but
I don't know how to use it, but I do like it. I wonder if it's distracting to listen to. All right, so we had a lot to cover on the show, and I got distracted.
Can I interject real quick?
We can't stay on jerking off the whole time, but yes, I would love to tie it in a little bow.
The most ironic part of this, Matt, is that we're in Orlando right next to an amusement park. And Nikki looks up at a roller coaster after the show. We're getting in the car and she goes, I came on a roller coaster once.
It was not that quick that I said it. We were talking about roller coasters and Matt and I were sharing our favorites. And he was like, I don't really like them. I like the smooth ones. And I was like, oh, I realize I like let's talk Six Flags right now. I'm talking to someone right now because I couldn't this weekend who knows the exact same roller coasters I know. What kind of roller coaster guy are you? And this is just a Six Flags thing and this is niche. Are you a Screaming Eagle guy? Are you a Ninja guy? Or are you Mr. Freeze? Like, because those are three different, are you Screaming Eagle, Ninja, Batman, or Mr. Freeze? Because those are all different types of roller coasters. Don't you agree?
Batman all the way.
Batman all the way. It's a smooth, this is what I'm talking about. It was a smooth 90s roller coaster. The steel smooth 90s ones that legs hang.
Yeah.
You are not, your head isn't in a thing that's going back and forth a lot. That happened a lot. That is the Ninja, and I like Ninja second place out of those.
Ninja's garbage.
Really?
Yeah.
Loop-de-loops?
No, the Ninja, like literally, I think I have CTE from Ninja.
CTE.
I'm not kidding.
The
Carpal tunnel.
No. The football industry where you injury where you murder your family from traumatic. It's not funny at all. It's like TMI.
No, that thing
or
like,
TM.
that rattle.
Traumatic brain.
I don't.
TBI.
I haven't been in
TMI.
years. There's no way it's still there or legal.
Really?
I don't know. That thing.
Of course it is.
That jumbled you. So
okay,
hard.
go look up the Ninja, and if you've been on the Ninja, please write into the show and let us know what you think. But no, there's one roller coaster called the X Factor, at Magic Mountain, Six Flags, and I had my first orgasm on it. Like my second ever. And I swear to God, it happened. And I've looked it up, and it happens to people because it's the G forces. It's not like I was like, oh yeah, like it wasn't like seducing me. There wasn't foreplay. It just all of a sudden, when it flipped, it was just like forced orgasm. It was crazy. And then I got off the ride, and I was just like, I mean, I don't know if it happens to everyone on it, but I have Googled it. I forget what I found in the past. But moving on, where did I want to go from here? Oh, I guess we have time for the Bachelor thing real quick, Noah. I think that would be fun. Anya, you're still watching The Bachelor, right?
Yes.
I can't watch it. I've tapped out. I saw him on Kimmel, which Noah was about to play a clip from it. Are you watching The Bachelor, Matt? I know you're not. You don't have time. You have kids.
That's not why I'm not watching it.
Really?
No, I can't watch The Bachelor.
Ever?
No.
You've never been into?
No. I think I said this to you the other day. I like F-Boy Island because it's like funny.
Yeah.
And like a love show that's funny.
MILF Manor.
But that is like to me, The Bachelor and Bachelorette, they're like actually trying hard to look hot and cool and find love.
Well, so is everyone on F-Boy Island.
Yeah, but
the difference is, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
The difference, because now I can't watch Bachelor anymore. Stop acting like this is like they're really looking for love. That these 24-year-old idiots are actually like, I don't care anymore. Maybe, and also it's always been this way. And they are truly finding love. That's the thing. They are falling in love. Anya, you would agree. But you're still watching it. I can't.
So what your problem is that
they're too
you
young.
don't believe that
and
they're
I don't
looking
believe in their
for
love.
But you said the love is real.
The love is real, but I just don't think it's lasting. And I think it's, I think they're all fake. And I think they just want to be famous. I'm just like, it's the things that have always been there. I'm just seeing more clearly and I can't tolerate. I remember when Sarah Schaefer dropped out of The Bachelor, my old podcast co-host.
I didn't know
she was obsessed. I mean, could have written books about The Bachelor. And one day she realized that it was all manipulated because of this. She found out a producer did this prank like on Twitter. And she was like, you know what? I don't trust anything the show's doing anymore. And she was gone in a day. And I felt that way the other night. I told you this the other day, but Chris and I were watching The Bachelorette and he said, I just don't relate to any of these people. They're so young. He was like, that girl is closer to being friends with Poppy than you. And I was like, oh, fuck. I gotta get out of this show. And he was right. Poppy would be like more their age than me. So no. But anyway, I saw this clip of him, and this is what made me want to watch the show initially because I thought he was so cute on Kimmel. But this clip, Anya, I want you to see this because it combines two things you love: The Bachelor and cults.
Yes.
The theory, Laura, that
his producer
that
is
The
a theory.
Bachelor is a cult, and she printed out a list for me of the characteristics of a cult. And I want you to tell me if any of these apply. Sleep deprivation. Members must stay awake for extended periods of time.
Correct.
Check. Charismatic leader. That would be you. Members are zealous, protective, and unquestionably committed to a living, charismatic leader.
Sure.
Check. Cohabitation. Members are encouraged or required to live and socialize with other group members. Absolutely. Check. Isolation. Members experience physical separation from their family, friends, and society.
Absolutely.
Check.
Isn't this
games? Games with obscure rules are introduced.
Yes,
Checkarooning.
that's the name of the game.
Love bombing.
Creating
Creating a sense of belonging through hugging, kissing,
Yes.
touching, and flattery. That's like
There's a bit of love bombing.
whole friggin' show.
A little bit.
And finally, common goal. The group claims to pursue a common goal, which in this case is
Marry
like getting a ring from
him.
you.
The right reasons. Yeah.
This is a cult.
It
that we're
is.
airing on television.
Jeez.
Those are the.
Television network.
That's it.
And you're their David Koresh. I have news for you.
I didn't even watch that part, but that shocked me. He wasn't skipping requirements.
Did they
Anya,
do sleep
we have to
dep
get your
on
take as
F-Boy?
someone who is obsessed with cult documentaries and also The Bachelor. We need to get your take right after this. All right, we're back. Anya, is The Bachelor a cult, and how do you feel about that?
it raises a great point. They do manipulate them. They sleep deprive them. They give them a lot of alcohol. They
I don't
make
think
them
it was
do
a
these
point.
weird
I think it was a
games.
checklist that like is literally in the DSM, and it like checked all the boxes, and it makes me concerned for
Well, the
things that
main
I'm
one-
involved with as well.
The main one that they didn't ask is, can you leave at any time without repercussion? I don't think that's verbatim. You can leave.
You can. Yes, you can, but you will be ostracized from the show. Like you will become a suppressive person. You know what I mean?
No, you can
not
be
really.
like, we don't have a connection here,
If
right?
anything, but you will be kicked off the show.
So what? You can leave. You can't leave a cult. Like you couldn't leave Teal's
Yes, you
cult.
can. Yes, you can. She
She-
was always like, you can leave. You can leave, but what will happen is you'll become what in Scientology is suppressive person, where like they won't talk to you again. You know what I mean?
And in Nexium, they would stalk you, harass you, leave crazy things in your
Well,
mailbox.
that's what Scientology does too,
Death
dude.
threats.
Or please, I'm scared of those fucking people. It's a real. Did I tell it on here that I one time made a joke about Scientology at a meeting in Hollywood where there's a lot of Scientologists? I was so naive, and I made like a really. Did I say this on the podcast?
Yes, yes,
okay,
yes.
then I can skip it. So Grandpa over here sharing stories. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I talk too much for a living and I forget where I say the things I say because I also talk like this to all my friends too. So it's honestly happening all the time. Speaking of grandpas, you sent the cutest picture today of Arlo. Matt sent the family group chat. It was their 100th day of school, so they dressed like a 100-year-old. How cute is that idea?
It was
The
pretty cute.
babies did?
No, Arlo's in kindergarten, and it was the 100th day of school. So the
the
school said,
children?
"Hey, dress like a
Yes.
100-year-old."
Yes, the
I guess.
children. Yeah.
How
and
did
so
he
he
look?
looked like the little man from Up.
Yeah, he put an old man tweed hat on, and my mom brought over my dad's reading glasses, and he popped the lenses out and put it on.
that's
and,
cute.
and all day he was like shaking his body and like walking really
Getting into
slow.
character.
Yeah, he was getting into character. And then we dropped him off
Daniel
at school.
Day-Lewising it.
Yeah, he was super excited to be at school, and he kept talking like this.
Daniel
And,
Daycare Lewis.
right. And then he got to school, and he's like, "I don't want to do this, Dad. I don't want to be an old guy." I was like, "You got to." I was like, "That's what it is.
He
It's
goes, yeah.
the 100th day."
Wait, this is in the car on the way there?
This was when we were walking in.
Oh my God, he didn't want to be an old man
I think it's
anymore.
because he was looking at the other kids, and
they weren't dressed like old men.
Nobody else like fully committed to be a character. And then I said, "No, look at that guy. Look at that kid. He's got a weird hat too." And he's like, "Oh, fine, I'll do it." And he walked to the front door, and the teacher's like, "Arlo, you look so old." And I was like, "Yes, nailed it."
Oh, that's so cute. And that is so
This school sounds like a
relatable.
cult.
Right.
It's so
Make them play
relatable
games.
to be. No, it is not. But the Bachelor
Sleep deprived
just
them.
might be sleep deprived. No, they have nap time. Are you kidding me? These
No,
schools?
he does not. He does not.
Well,
have
he
that.
doesn't need nap time, but I was listening to Lauren was telling me about Poppy's schedule, and I was just like, oh God. Like I was like, just tell me more. So what does she do then? So she gets up and then she watches like cartoons, and then then they go to school and they listen to someone read them a book, and then they take a nap. It was just like, God, that was the fucking life. I just want to tell Poppy, like, you're on vacation right now.
Yeah, she has no clue.
You have no, like, it's like you truly, no one expects anything of you.
No. And then when she comes home, she expects everything from us.
Oh, she's a
Mostly
tyrant.
Lauren. And at night,
Poppy, I know
feel-
you're listening to this in the future when you're older, but you are,
She is a cult leader.
dude. Lauren told me that she asked Poppy for like fashion advice because if she's like deciding between something, she'll be like, Poppy, because Poppy's so decisive and just knows what she wants. She'll be like, those. Like
Oh, yeah.
for what shoes?
How old
and she's
is
like
Poppy,
kind of
for the record?
Poppy's 3, everyone.
Yeah, she's
So
3.
there's no reason why we should. But she knows exactly. I was doing her hair the other day at gymnastics, and she just knew exactly like where the clip she wanted. And I was like, Lauren, does she always know? Like, she goes, she knows exactly how she wants her hair done. I go, does she change her mind? She was like, nope. And I'm like, this little bitch. It's gonna be Taylor Swift. Like this is Taylor Swift levels of decisiveness. Of like, I know I want this, and when it doesn't work out, fits.
Oh, yes.
And the
Endless
tantrums.
fits. Yeah, and I feel bad for Lauren. You know, she's a mama's girl, and so she'll occasionally just, force me out of the room. I feel ostracized by my own daughter most days.
Yeah.
But she'll force me out of the room. She'll make Lauren she has like a whole routine. Lauren has to read her all these books. She picks out the books, and then she has, Mommy, scratch my neck, scratch my back, scratch my legs.
Yes.
Okay, now it's just like a wwhole routine, and she tricks her into like
this is
staying
She
in
adds
bed
more
with her.
things every night.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Yeah, most interesting thing about her to me, because she is different than any other kid I've ever seen, in that she really people ask her a question and she'll just look at you like, what the fuck are you even talking to me for? Like there'd be like a teacher would say have I said this before? A teacher would say goodbye to her at gymnastics and be like, bye, Poppy. And she would be like doing something. She'd run over to me and she's like looking through my purse. And the teacher goes like, Poppy, and like taps her on the shoulders like, bye, Poppy. And she'll just look over and go like, ugh, like she's disgusted and just like looks back. It's her teacher, and she's just
She's
like,
a sociopath.
why would you be interrupting me going through my aunt's purse right now? Like, I don't have time to even acknowledge you. I was just like, I wonder. I mean, I can't. No one can remember what they were like when they were 3, but I don't know that many kids are like her.
No,
I
You
want
see a lot
to
of
be
kids
like that.
I do too.
she does.
Where
she
did
knows
she
what
get
she
that,
wants.
Matt? You or Lauren?
I don't
Or
know.
is
I
it
think we're both.
learned?
I'd say both of us probably. I mean, we're both pretty decisive with what we want to do. It's
And
never-
then change their mind
Yeah,
100
right.
times and
Yeah.
back out sometimes. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what we're all like. My
So I don't
know
family,
her
if we are
sign.
going, my sister's an Aquarius and Poppy is May 5th. What sign is she? Oh no, we're getting into astrology on the show and this is not what we wanted. Now we're starting to like lead with that.
You went there,
Oh
Anya.
my God, she's decisive. She's not a Libra. If she's a Libra, that would disprove astrology. So what is she? Oh, May, that's not Libra. What
don't
is
know.
May? Taurus?
I don't know.
No, it depends where in May. I think.
You guys, yeah.
Who
I mean,
cares?
someone could Google it, but I don't have a phone with me. Or we could just keep guessing when none of us know for sure.
There we
can
go.
play this like football. Yeah. So I just, yeah, she's so special and so funny and so emotional, and I love that she loves Taylor Swift. That's my dream for her, is to be a Swiftie and go to concerts
Taurus.
with me. Taurus.
Yep.
It's a great
Taurus.
car.
Such a Taurus, dude.
Dude, it's such a great car.
She's such a
Such a
Taurus.
great car. What car did you just get? Because all of your cars were stolen.
We don't even need it. That could take the whole podcast if I bring up the car situation.
No, give us a
Please.
brief little.
All right. I'll do
Story
the,
time.
The quick version of the story is that October 27th, Lauren opens the door to go outside and said, "Where did you put the cars?" And I said, "What do you mean? Where did I put the cars?" She said, "Where are they?" And I said,
Like it's
"I have
batteries. or
no
something.
idea." And then she looked at me and said, "Did you take my purse out of the car?" And I said, "No, I didn't." And so I'll take some of the blame for it. I was clearing the car
No
out.
blame.
It was her. No, I'm a
Everyone's
nice
distracted.
husband. Yeah, no blame on her. But yeah, we left both sets of keys in the car.
No blame on her.
No, both sets of keys were left in the cars, so woke up with no cars. The Subaru we could track, and we recovered it. Had some damage.
Did you see it like cruising?
No. Oh yeah, on the app.
Yeah, you
I
could
saw it
see where they
cruising.
were.
Oh, it was going everywhere.
And you wanted to go
No
like.
way.
Don't they turn it over to the cops so you can't see it anymore once they find it, because they don't want you to go like be a vigilante and try to like fucking get it?
Exactly. Yeah. So I was very close to with some neighbors and coworkers to go and grab the vehicle when I knew where it was. But then I told Subaru, I was like, "Hey, can you do anything? Like, can you shut this bad boy off after can you whatever?" And they said, "Yeah, but it's only after they stop the car, they won't be able to turn it back on. It's stolen vehicle recovery mode." And I said, "Okay, let's activate that." And it was over in Illinois. And I said, "Let's wait until it comes back to Missouri." Because I just didn't want to deal with that. So it came back to Missouri and they shut it off. And then I was on the phone with Subaru and I was like, "Hey, where's the car? It's not on the app anymore." And they're like, "Oh yeah, once we shut it off, you can't see where it is." And I was like, "Okay,
Oh,
so
good.
I just have to do what?" And they're like, "You got to call the police, tell the police the VIN number, give them your special PIN, and then we'll tell them where it is." I was like, "Okay." And so I called the police department. I was like, "Hey, Subaru told me to call you. My car was stolen." And da da da. And they go, "Yeah, we don't do that." I was like, "Wait, what?" And so I had to find a friend who knew another cop, and that cop handled it for me.
Jesus.
And so then the car was recovered and then towed and all that. The other car, not a Ford Taurus, but a wonderful Ford Focus.
Yeah, not a bad car.
That car was stolen. 7 days later, that one wasn't tracked. 7 days later, when I was driving home, I saw it just down the street. So they had gotten into that car, which was the car Lauren was driving. I think they saw the keys to the Subaru, stashed that car, got in the Subaru and left, and then took that car. So then we got it back, and we had all the vehicles.
But
and we were good.
didn't have much heroin meth use inside of it?
Okay, so fast forward 3 weeks later, they still had the key. They came back and got the Ford Focus.
Sorry, I forgot.
A second time. And I was like, okay,
The thieves?
it's officially gone this time. Yeah, we had changed the locks to our house and everything too, and we were waiting to get the keys to the car changed, but there was like a big backlog of, the locksmith couldn't get to it. And I had bought one club.
God, there's so much work.
I bought a club for the Subaru, but then I didn't buy a club for the Ford because I guess I was kind of hoping that it was stolen. So I got stolen again. And then 7 days later, I got a call from the police department like, we found your vehicle. I was like, all right, let's do it again. Let's pick this bad boy up. And
wait, wasn't Lauren's purse in the car the first time?
it was
you found it?
Yeah, but the keys were gone. But
her purse and all her wallet and everything. Thank God. The first time they
but
left
we had
it.
already canceled the cards. But
Got it,
whatever.
yeah. But
That
still.
headache. So
That wallet.
so then
cute.
So then they're like, we got the car. I was like, what happened? And they're like, well, there were two suspects inside. They had stolen guns. They tried to run away. We tased them. And I was like, hell yeah.
Whoa.
I was like, good. They got what's coming to them. And then they're like, your car's up at the tow lot and you can go get it. So I had my coworker drive me. I went up there and it was wrecked. Like the outside
way?
was damaged, dented,
Yeah.
but the inside was just, it reeked of like smoke, and there was just bags of new clothing, new shoes, old clothing, Tupperwares of food and canned food, like all
Ew.
sorts of stuff everywhere.
What?
And I was like, hey man,
How long do they have it?
they had it for 7 days. They drove 3,000 miles. They tinted the windows in the back.
That's
self-tint.
crazy.
Okay, but this is the best
What
part.
are
of
they
it.
I
doing?
like these guys.
So, my chief concern was that the key was gone. The key fob was gone. And so I said to the tow guy, like,
They
hey, where's...
pimped your ride for you.
I was like, where is my key? And they're like, the key's in the vehicle. I was like, in the vehicle? I was like, okay. And so there was all this stuff in the vehicle. And I said to the guy at the tow lot outside letting me out the gate, I said, what do I do with this stuff? And he just said, keep what you want, throw the rest away. I was like, okay.
What a great
And so
motto.
I pulled it over. I pulled.
What'd you get? Did you get any cool new stuff?
You kept
Any like brand name clothing?
I gave gifts away. I had gifts that I gave away.
What was in there? Anything cool? Anything
Math.
actually good?
Well,
Yeah, did you keep the
stuff in there
spoons?
was I was looking for the keys and I found a bunch of needles and a spoon and a tie, whatever. So they were just and Narcan. So they were just tweakers. They were just shooting up, stealing, and getting high in the car. So then the company was gonna.
The intervention music just started playing in the back of my head. That ding 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 ding.
But they the insurance company, it was a whole ordeal. They were gonna like have us clean the car and they were gonna keep it. And I said, look, I don't want fentanyl in there. I don't want heroin in there. Like it's got to be totally cleaned. And they finally totaled it. So then I bought a Honda Pilot and I have that bad boy now. It's great.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard this part though, Nikki. A week ago, I got out of my office and I started my car up and it sounded like a jet engine. Someone stole my catalytic converter on the new car last Tuesday. So I'm now driving your dad's car.
That's nuts, man.
So it's just like nonstop. Come to St.
For
Louis.
the
Yeah.
listener, let me emphasize that this guy never stops smiling and is truly happy.
Who?
Yes.
Matt,
I'm happy with my thoughts.
Yeah, he loves his
It's
thoughts.
bizarre. You are a happy guy. Like this
Yeah.
would break
he's-
me. One car would break me.
What are you gonna do? What happened when you heard it and you knew that they had stolen? Like, when did you realize that your catalytic converter? Which, by the way, Andrew had never heard of that term because you don't hear about that term until you move to St. Louis and they're all getting stolen all the time.
What did I do? Like I fired it up and I heard it and I just said, let's do it again. Like I just I knew it was
Here we
another
go.
another deductible, another trip to another call to the insurance company, to the police.
Oh
and the
my
police
God.
shamed me. They shamed me when
Wait,
I called
how?
them.
Oh, about
'Cause
your
I called
catalytic
them
converter?
and I was like, hey, by the way, just want to let you know my catalytic converter was stolen. Da, 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 da. And they're like, okay, where was it? And I told them the address where I work. And they're like, okay, you're going to wait there for the cops? And I was like, no, I'm going home. And they're like, okay. And the cop called me and he's like, hey, yeah, I'm here. And I was like, all right, I don't see you. And he's like, yeah, I'm at the address where it was stolen. I was like, okay, I'm at home. He's like, why are you at home?
Jesus.
I was like, because I had to go home. He's like, why didn't you wait around? I was like, because my car got this catalytic converter stolen. I had 2 other cars stolen. I'm going home. I have 3 kids.
You're like over it.
I had a shitty day. And he was like, okay. And so he came and I did the whole report and stuff. And I again said to him like, hey man, sorry I didn't stick around, but like I've had a lot of car shit happen and I just didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
And he was like, you're really supposed to stay there. And I was like, okay. He didn't say, I'm so sorry to hear that stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
what a
no,
bummer.
fucking empathy.
I was
Yeah,
like, okay, cool. Thanks, man.
yeah. You can't. Sometimes you just can't get it.
Yeah.
But you've had run-ins with, have you had good cop experiences?
Yeah. I've cop friends.
You do?
Yeah.
Wow. What cop friends do you have?
Not a lot. Probably not.
Yeah.
I have cop acquaintances, I'd say.
Acquaintances. No,
Yeah, I don't have real.
I
Yeah.
know I'm always scared of cops no matter what. I mean, have you been arrested?
Arrested, like in handcuffs?
Yeah.
Yes, once.
Yes. Sorry. I didn't, if you don't want to talk about it.
No, it's okay.
How, what, let me guess. It was like weed in, oh no. Okay.
No.
High school? Sorry.
No.
Drunk
okay,
in
what?
public.
Drunk in public? Oh, wow. Maybe.
It was
No, fight. I say it was a fight.
I guess. No,
Oh, we're all over the map.
no, just ran. I guess no. Actually,
Well, you
handcuffs,
don't
no.
know
Handcuffs
what-
Never, no, the handcuffs did not happen.
It was at Wakarusa.
No,
It's like some music
Wakarusa.
festival. I don't know.
No.
It's like we both went to
It was
KU.
like-
It's like a lake.
yes.
they had, like, a festival,
Wakarusa-
too.
It was a festival.
Okay,
But
yeah.
it was out. Yeah.
It's a good
I
reference
think
if
he
you
was
know Lauren's
he was
culture.
nude in public at a festival.
No. I've.
Okay, so what was it?
No. It's various alcohol stuff in college.
Oh, like right.
Various.
Yeah. Just
Yeah, I knew it. It's Wakarusa shit. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Got into a fight, stuff like that.
Oh, whoa, we were all right. Wait a second.
Yeah.
Got into a fight?
He
Yeah.
shook his head over
Wait, you
that
got
one.
into a fight? You were a little.
Well, I was more victimized. I didn't do
Oh.
much fighting.
Why? What'd you do?
We were at a
punched?
house party and there was some townies. Lawrence had some townies. I don't-
Oh, I thought you said Lawrence had
No,
some
Lawrence-
talent.
Yeah, that's what I
Lawrence-
thought I heard.
Jesus Christ.
Lawrence
We've
Kansas.
heard.
Okay. I'm glad Lauren hasn't had some.
No, Lawrence, Kansas had some townies
Okay.
that would show up at parties. And these townies were at a party and they were giving this girl trouble, mutual friend. And my one friend, Keith, was like, let's get these jerks out of here. And he pushed this guy and swung and hit another guy. And then he got jumped. And then I went in to like save him. And then this dude shanked me and stabbed me.
Wait, really? You got
Yeah,
stabbed?
Yeah, in my hand, I got stitches and stuff.
Oh my
no.
God, that's so scary. I feel like I'd rather get shot than stabbed.
Yeah, no.
So
But
scary.
it was just a few stitches.
you can stabbing can fuck you up, man.
Sure. No, I got lucky, but he was going to stab Keith in the chest.
Oh
And
my
hand was there,
God.
and he hit my hand.
Jesus.
Oh my God, Matt. This is making my vagina hurt so bad.
I know Anya's vagina hurts when she hears things that, like, if someone gets too
Really?
close to a ledge or something,
It's not
or
so
like
much hurt, but it's like those roller coasters
Tingles.
that just drop you really fast
Yeah.
and you just fall. It feels like that. Anytime
Oh, yeah,
someone
yeah,
says
So not-
anything about getting
Not
hurt.
the X factor.
about getting hurt. Oh yeah,
yeah,
it's not
like
the-
even if
yeah.
you were to be like, Poppy
She's-
fell and skinned her nose,
Ooh,
I'd be
yeah,
like,
I mean-
oh.
But it's not
so
my
annoying.
vagina, that feeling. But I do get that feeling a lot. Do you ever get the feeling when you're watching, like you can see a video on your phone of like someone doing something with heights and your stomach drops? Like you can get that's such a cool thing that like watching a screen can make your body have a feeling like it's falling and might die. Isn't that like?
Well, they say when
I usually don't
dogs
like
dream,
that feeling, and yeah.
You know, when dogs are like,
Oh
like,
yeah,
they are
looking like they're having
burning-
seizures.
Yeah, and athletes too. Like, if you're dreaming you're running a marathon, you're actually burning a shit ton of calories, and your brain thinks you are.
Wow.
That's interesting. Oh yeah, because it's so the mind and body are so connected. that it can like trigger that. That's interesting. That'd be awesome to be able to train more in your dreams and like get workouts in a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know how many calories you burn, but they do say that your body thinks it's doing it.
That's interesting. I don't like nightmares, but they feel so good when you know they're over. They're not real, that it's almost worth it. Have you been watching The Last of Us?
Oh yeah.
I think you and Lauren were the ones Chris was like, you can skip it. It's because this was after episode 1. I think he was like, you don't need to watch. Like, it's probably not for you because it's gory. And I'm like, I don't know. It seems like I want to get in on one of these fucking zombie apocalyptic shows that aren't like I only watch like comedies. Chris was like, no. And then you and Lauren were like, check it out. And then the 3rd episode, Chris was like, you need to watch this show.
Yeah.
And so I watched up until the 3rd. Did you watch the 4th episode yet?
Yeah.
What do you think about the show? Like, do you love it? Because I think everyone is going to end up watching it. Noah, Anya, have you guys heard about the show? Are you interested in seeing it?
I finished episode 1 last night.
Oh, nice. So you're on board.
It's on
HBO and it's huge.
Is it a zombie apocalypse?
It's about it's pretty much about mushrooms that like have you ever seen video of like a cricket that has like a parasite living in it? And the cricket's just a shell, and there's this like thing that's just so that happens to humans eventually, but it's with like mold and fungi with mushrooms. So it's really given mushrooms a bad like mushrooms kind of gross me out now, kind of. They always have, and now it's like this isn't helping. But then the 3rd episode was like this Brokeback Mountain movie. I'm not even kidding. In the middle of this zombie show, it's so good. It's so touching, but even that episode was like an outlier. And then I think that's what the show's going to be.
Yeah,
it's like a lot of flashbacks and stuff.
Yeah, and I think they've done. I'm not a huge sci-fi guy, or I didn't
Sci-fi
get into.
guy.
Yeah, and I didn't get into what was the other zombie show?
Walking Dead.
Yeah, I didn't get into.
I didn't
that.
either. I tried.
This it seemed.
I did.
They've really humanized.
You did get into it?
I did, but then I fell off. These things need to end, and I felt like The Walking Dead, and then they had the one Fear of the Walking Dead, which was like before.
Yes.
It was just too much. I need an ending.
Too much. They need to end. I like an ending too. Give me a
Yeah, this should be 3 seasons. Don't go more than 3.
I'd be fine with 1.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like, why
a
are
long
we okay
movie.
with movies being an hour and a half and we go, that was a movie? And of course there's sequels, but a lot of times it's just like, that's it. But for some reason, a show goes a whole season and people are like, we need more. It's like, that was 12 episodes of an hour. I mean, The Last of Us, 3rd episode was an hour and 20 minutes. That's a movie in the 80s.
Yeah.
The only show we need more of is Alone. I need more Alone. More
I can't
seasons.
watch alone, so I have to watch Alone with someone. So I can't get it done, and Chris and I have not had a lot of TV time lately. But I did watch the Pam doc, loved it. Did you watch Pam?
No.
Same.
Pamela, love
Pamela. Hold on, I can do her voice kind of. I'm gonna work on it, but I have to
don't know.
watch it again.
I wanted to face my fears, and I don't know. I did it.
We'll see.
I don't know. I fell in love with my dad. What can I say?
Oh my god!
Did she really?
Dude, I saw that from the get go. I go, Chris, look at these pictures of her dad. It is Tommy.
Oh wow.
It's Tommy, boy. But it's a great documentary. I really recommend it. And then what else have I been watching? And then Just Shoot Me I've been watching, and it's like my new comfort show that I just put on, and it like reminds me of the 90s. And my friend Spade is in
I
it,
never
so I'm
watched
just
that.
watching him, like my friend, be so funny. Just Shoot Me. I know, because you had like PBS only. We always teased Matt because he
Wait,
had no,
we
like,
just got
even though it's not
PBS.
even cable. No, like
no,
growing
my
up,
family's very academic.
yeah,
What are you watching on
his family was
PBS?
academic. And so they had only like Animaniacs. It's only what he got. No, I like the Animaniacs too. No shame there. It's a good show. But you had like,
I
that
didn't
little
have
dog
Nickelodeon.
detective.
No Nickelodeon.
Did you
I didn't
love
know
that?
what the goo was. Everybody's talking about goo. I was like, what
Oh
is
yeah,
that?
good. Wait, the guy?
No, what's what?
Like ooze?
The
Yeah, I didn't
green
know that.
goo.
Yeah, the
Slime.
green goo.
Yeah,
I didn't
what
know
is
anything about it.
slime?
I didn't
slime.
know about slime. No, I'm
There's not
not a
much
slime
to
guy.
know. It just is. But I know what you mean. Like, is it a thing? Like, in what context is slime? But it's just getting dropped on people in different shows. That's kind of what it was. But wait a second. Can I ask about some?
Sure, great.
Did you like don't know why it makes me laugh so much to make fun of you for not having cable, but
That's
this
great.
was
Let's just shame me.
as a kid I had cable out the ass because my dad worked for cable, obviously. So it would be funny to me when people were so clueless. But were you into that one where the dog was the detective? That little wishbone.
Droopy dog?
Wishbone.
I don't know. I think I definitely had to watch
It's
it.
all you had though.
I definitely watch it. I don't recall it.
Oh, you don't recall like
No,
enjoying it regularly?
no, not regularly.
Okay, what were your shows that you watched as a kid?
I mean, I think I got all this like the garbage shows that were put on, like
What about
Recess?
TGIF?
Yeah, TGIF was popular.
Yeah.
That was great.
Did you get to
that-
watch that? Full
Yeah.
House?
Yeah,
Step by
that
Step?
was like ABC or something.
Okay. You watched those shows
Yeah, I
when you
think
were a
so.
kid? Did boys watch Full House and Step by Step?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Family
Yeah.
Matters.
Okay. Family
Yeah.
Matters? Okay, boys watch that too. Did you ever watch, I guess you never had Snick.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
Those who do, I promise you are laughing right now because Snick was like Saturday Night Live for Nickelodeon, and it was for like tweens who just like kind of got it. And there was all that Keenan and Kel, Alex Mack. It was like a whole. It was a lot. It was like TGIF, but for
Cable
Nickelodeon.
owners.
Yes, and it was cool. The Roundhouse, where you can be yourself. I mean, that was a sketch
What?
show they did. Down at the Roundhouse, where I can be myself. Down at the Roundhouse, and then it would just be a bunch of teens doing like sketches, but none of it was funny or sticky to me at all.
Matt had
a
Soul
little
Train
nostalgia.
on Sunday mornings because there was nothing else to
Yes.
watch.
Really?
No, I mean it was kind of depressing.
Did you not? Yeah, I watched a lot of TV growing up. Clearly, Anya, did you watch a lot of TV?
I'm like Matt. We didn't have cable. I was just like
Thank
watching
you.
Sally, Jesse,
Oh,
Raphael, and
yes.
Three's Company after school.
Okay. But
Yeah.
you know what? This actually all leads us into the next thing that we're going to do on the show because I watched too much TV and didn't read enough books. And you guys clearly were reading lots of books, so you're probably going to be great at what we do next on the show. You'll see when we get back. We're back. Okay, so let's play. I'm so nervous about this.
I'm so
Anya, you look
scared.
nervous too. Okay.
I want to leave.
Let's hit this.
I have
Let's
fight
play.
or flight.
This is all started because we were talking about, a couple weeks ago, the Secretary of State or Nancy Pelosi.
Speaker of the House.
That's what it.
you've
Speaker of
learned
the
a
House
lot.
is what I meant. No, I know that. The thing is, I know that. I just said the wrong one. It's like when I was on celebrity,
Jeopardy.
whatever, millionaire.
Roundhouse, where
And
you
I
can be
said
yourself.
the wrong. Yeah, please can we make this be the Roundhouse where I can be myself down at the Roundhouse? No, but I know what she is. I said the wrong one. Much like I will tell a story tomorrow on the show where I said Chase the Rapper instead of Chance the Rapper, and I got vilified for it. Even though I knew it was a 50-50 chance because I knew I didn't know it. So I picked one and it was wrong. And God forbid I don't know Chance the Rapper's name. He doesn't know my fucking name. Like it does, like you can mess up names. I don't listen to his music. All I listen to is Taylor Swift. It's not like I was like the way people got on me about that was so insane. So anyway, that's a story for another time. I still clearly have not gotten over it.
It was
but
just
let's
white
play-
people.
Exactly. No one black there cared that I didn't fucking know who Chance the Rapper was. Okay, but let's play a game called We Know Nothing.
We know nothing. We know nothing. We know nothing. We know nothing. We know nothing. So give us a call. We'll give it our all. 'Cause if there's one thing we know, it's how to pick up the phone.
That doesn't fit. This doesn't fit.
Sorry. Let me.
We don't know anything.
I'll send you the right
No,
edit.
it's too funny. That has to be
Okay.
it because it doesn't
Really?
mean. Okay, we are repurposing a first of all
I
a
know
jingle.
that song.
That song was our old podcast. We Know Nothing that Anya and I did. Then
From
we
10 years
used it
ago.
again in another way, but it was always based. It was always used for advice. And then this time we were like, we can use that song again because this segment is about how we don't know anything. But this is not an advice segment. Do not give us a call. We're not going to give it our all. Actually, we will give it our all. The call part's the only part that was not correct anymore. But that's the theme song. Last week we talked about football and we got it really, really wrong. We tried to just describe football with the four of us. Taylor was over. And today we're going to do, we talked on the phone yesterday because I did not research it. And boy, did I want to Google it and cheat because my level of not knowing anything about this is so embarrassing. But our subject today to talk about is World War One.
Oh, God. Oh, that's embarrassing.
Okay, so let's start with years. And this is a collective thing where we try to all put together all the shit that we don't know. Yeah. And land on the best answer. It's like an escape room for getting it right. Okay,
Who's gonna tell us the truth?
Well, who thinks they have? Let's just say who thinks they have the best idea of the years. If you're the most confident out of the four of us, before any of us, because then this will minimize the embarrassment. If someone you know what I mean. So who's pretty confident about the years? Matt, I would say you probably would be.
I'm comfortable.
Okay, can you give us what you think the years are?
Wait,
Starting?
Yeah, starting. What?
shouldn't we guess first what we think the years are?
I'm trying to minimize how dumb
I
we all
don't
are.
have the answer, is what I'll say.
Okay, I'm trying. I'm literally looking at this as an escape
I'm
room.
not going to change my answer.
For trying. Let's say we had to submit at the end of this a report, and money was on the line of how right we got it. Let's try to actually get it right. Based on us four dodos,
Like they do in The Price is Right, where the number has to come closest to what's on the stage.
Let's say there's someone outside the door here waiting for me to fill out a little a trivia game, and if we get it right, we get a lot of fucking money. Okay. This is the game show. This is actually a good idea for a game show. Just the four idiots trying to come up with the most Wikipedia entry, the most correct Wikipedia entry for a subject. Okay, don't steal that. Copyright it. That's how you copyright something. You just say
Nothing. Copywritten.
Okay, years. Let's go.
I think it's 1913 to 1918.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's my guess.
Off.
I was not.
No, but
off.
I don't know.
I was going to
Anya,
say
you're probably
1917, but I probably, and if I was way off, I would just say I was
I don't
way
think
off.
it went into the 20s.
Okay.
No, it didn't.
I know there was a break between that and the World War II, so I'm gonna take and I know there's the Depression, so I'm gonna take
took a
the
nap.
30s off. The 30s definitely did not have World War I in it because that was Depression. 20s, they were roaring. I'm thinking they're coming back from the war, so I'm placing it in the late teens based on that stuff. That's what I would think.
That's
and
what I
also, why when I think of World War I, do I think of Winston Churchill? I don't know. I know he was did he have something to do with World War I?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
I don't know.
And he's the guy, the
he led,
president of England or whatever.
Britain
What's
or
it called?
something.
Chancellor? Prime Minister?
Prime Minister. So, okay, so he's the Prime Minister. Why? I'm just shouting out
He
ideas about
negotiated
World War I.
stuff.
I'm pretty sure
Okay, who was it between? World War I.
Germans.
Yeah, Germany
Definitely.
started it. I know that.
Okay. Wow. I did not know that.
France,
France.
no doubt.
Okay.
I know
was in it.
Austria.
Mm-hmm.
I think Prussia
England.
existed at
Yes.
this time.
England was
I think
bombed.
someone was assassinated to start.
Yes, the shot heard around the world. I remember that.
Franz Ferdinand.
Yeah.
It's a band.
Yeah, that's a band, but it's the Archduke.
And I want you guys to
Yes.
listen to them.
For some reason, an AP Euro. Maybe a historian is listening to this. I'm probably not, though. Anyone who cares about history is probably so disgusted at this point.
God.
They've turned it off. But my AP Euro teacher, Mr. Herrig, the one thing I remember, he told us a story about an assassination where the guy was stabbed with a needle through the heart. And so he didn't even know on the street, someone bumped into them on the street and stabbed a needle into his heart. And so it was such a small stabbing that he just felt like he got hit, and then he slowly bled to death.
Oh gosh.
And that was someone's assassination, and I want someone to clarify who that might be. So that was maybe World War I stuff going on. Okay. Other things that we know about World War I. Anyone?
I still don't know the years. I was going to guess the early 1920s, which is
Okay.
wrong, right?
Well,
We don't
you're
know.
not that far off.
We don't know though.
And
Well,
how
yeah, we
many
don't
years
know
was
yet.
it? I'm gonna
Okay,
say
I thought you were
4
pretty sure.
years max.
No, it was a guess.
Oh, I'm gonna say it was
8.
I guess I said 4 to 6 years, I would think.
I'm saying
Yeah, I
5.
think like 6 years, like a long time, because back then there were like no computers or any ways to communicate, so stuff took much longer.
Oh yeah, it took longer.
Sure.
Okay, what were some of the like battles that took place? Any battle names come to mind?
England was bombed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was some bombing.
Okay. Our boys were shipped away.
When did we get involved? I'll tell you. Well, Matt will tell you.
Yeah, what
Yeah, it was. I think that there was.
I literally know nothing about this.
I think there was a U-boat that hit a
Really?
passenger. Yeah. There
Really?
Was, yeah. There
Wow.
it was the sinking of.
Lusitania.
Yes.
Really?
I seriously
Yes.
think. I think that was it.
Nikki.
Okay. Okay,
I
see
think-
this is
I think a U-boat sunk,
okay.
and it was just.
I know
like,
keywords.
And then
I
there
could
were
do like
the-
a word search for
I know
World
the
War I.
Allies were formed.
U-boats.
The
Yeah.
Allies were a bunch of countries that were allied.
Okay.
Or
I
is that
think
the
yeah, the
Allies
word
were
allies
England,
would be in my word
the
bubble.
United States, France. I don't know the rest.
Prussia. Yeah.
I
Russia
remember that
was on
from
the good
World War
side.
II. I don't know about that being a part of World
Oh,
War
okay.
One. If they had like the official name.
Also, this is the Greatest Generation? Or is that World War II?
I think that's World War II.
Fuck. Okay.
Oh wait, I
Well,
have a
this
question.
was
Who was the
the
president?
greatest until they showed up. They were the greatest for a while. What?
Who
What's
was
your
the
question?
U.S. president when World War One was happening?
Ooh, great question.
Eisenhower?
No.
I was gonna
Really?
say that, but is it FDR? No, he had the New Deal.
Yeah. He had
Which
a new
was during
deal
World
in
War
the
II.
like. Oh, okay. God damn it! This is embarrassing. Sorry, Mr. Platt, APUS.
I don't even think I took history.
Really. Yes, you did.
Wait, Roosevelt. Yeah.
Social
That was-
studies.
I don't
Were you in
remember.
it? Were you in? Did you have APUS, AP Euro, those kind of things?
I didn't do AP.
Okay, so you had basic, but you were gained
I
a lot.
clearly didn't do AP.
Okay, they had submarines, they had biplanes, they had God, this is
B-52
so,
bombers.
Okay, yes,
They
that's a
had
good
cool-
keyword.
I remember the helmets. They looked like they
Any
were like
sergeants or
they were
anything? Names?
rounded. They were rounded and
What president are we deciding?
Oh,
Eisenhower. You said FDR, Eisenhower. Are there any other guests?
No,
Guesses?
FDR is
Teddy
World War II.
Roosevelt. Yeah.
Who was FDR? Was so Eisenhower feels too late for this.
No, I think you're right.
No, I think it's before
No,
Eisenhower.
You're not right.
I wish I knew the
Roosevelt.
Animaniacs song for the presidents. Washington and Jefferson and then I could just do it. It is a good song. That one I almost
I think it's
memorized
Eisenhower.
it. Okay,
Okay.
so let's settle on 1913 to 1918.
No.
18. Yeah.
Okay, 1913 to 1918. Eisenhower was in office for some of it. We got involved because of a U-boat and that the
France.
Lusitania.
The shot heard around the world.
No doubt.
Started it.
The shot. Oh, who offered that? I don't remember that.
I think I said there was an
Yeah, remember Archduke
assassination.
Ferdinand got
oh
shot?
yes. Oh, gotcha. Yes, the shot. But I didn't know it was called the shot heard around the world. Was it?
I remember that.
Do we want to
from
offer that because we
something.
get points for anything we get right on this? Like, if there's any,
That was the JFK
It's an
assassination.
arbitrary game.
I don't know how I know that.
I thought he was stabbed.
okay, so maybe it is the needle story because that's kind of what I'm conflating this
Yeah,
with.
the needle shot heard around.
No, it's not that. Okay,
The
so are we
injection.
ready to look up the answers? Because I really
Yeah.
need to know now. Because we clearly, this was not the best category for me to pick because we knew so fucking little that it is not okay. Are you guys horrified by how little you
Yeah,
know?
I'm very embarrassed. I've always thought that World War One didn't get.
It
maybe
did
it's
as
just
much
an
coverage.
Yeah, World War Two. It's there's no-
Okay. July 1914 to November 1918.
not bad.
4 years.
Yes. Okay, it was fought between two coalitions, the first being the Allies,
Oh, nice.
I
whose
got a
key members
C+
included
in
France, the UK, Russia, Italy, Japan, and their respective colonial empires, with the United
way
States
off.
joining as an associated power in what year?
1918. 17 because we're late.
Yes, correct. They faced
On
the Central
everything.
Powers, primarily Germany, Austria-Hungary, and the Ottoman Empire, with fighting occurring throughout Europe, the Middle East, Africa, the Pacific, and parts of Asia. 9 million soldiers were killed. Dude, we should have guessed. That's next time we do a
damn.
war.
Next time. Yeah.
How many died? Plus another 23 million wounded, while 5 million civilians died as a result of military action, hunger, and disease. Millions more died as a result of genocide, while the 1918 Spanish flu pandemic was exacerbated by the movements of combatants during the war. So it triggered the fucking Spanish flu of 1918.
Ah,
What
Jesus
started it?
Christ.
What started the war?
the
Okay.
assassination of Austrian Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Holy shit.
What is
was
that
the
what
main
you're finding?
catalyst. Yes, 1914. That was the catalyst for the start of the Great War, World War One. After the
Was he
assassination,
stabbed with a needle? Stabbed with needle. World War. That's what I'm typing into Google. Needle World War One. I mean, it's gotta be. Nope. Nothing's coming up. All right. Well, Mr. Harry owes me an explanation. Okay. I'm kind of proud of us. I just learned a lot just by
Pretty good.
reading that little bit, though. Like, I didn't know anything.
Oh, and the
shot to death.
The shot heard around the world is not from.
Yeah.
It's from the American Revolutionary War.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Well, we'll cover that next
Whoops.
time.
Franz
that's
Ferdinand
so
and his
embarrassing.
wife Sophie were shot. And
Were
that
shot?
was-
Okay.
yeah, that was
Who?
the cause.
Who shot them?
Did you guys hear
Wait,
about?
is Archduke Ferdinand's name actually Franz Ferdinand?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Moving on. Wait, have you ever seen Franz Ferdinand in concert? No, that's Modest Mouse. What do they sing? Franz Ferdinand sings like God, what do I think of when I think of Franz Ferdinand? What's their style?
I don't even know.
Name the song. What's their song?
I can't
It's
think
kind
of
of like what the Modest Mouse song you were
It
singing.
is, but what's their song? Come on. Oh, damn it. Anyway, what have you been to any concerts recently, Matt? Matt used to have a radio show called
Take Me
Jam
Out.
Sandwich.
Oh yeah.
Take me out.
Bum, 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 bum.
Thank you, Noah. I needed it, and it is exactly like it's like the Modest Mouse song that I love that Diddy dances to with his sons in those masks.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that video! I forgot about how happy that makes me. I need to start referring to it more often. Have you been to see any music lately, Matt?
No, I haven't seen a show for a couple months, but
You get to listen to a lot of music in your home with kids.
I honestly try to always put on music, and I think it's because I have to drown out stuff.
Yeah, it's a toothpick for your fucking ears.
How was it at the Orlando Hard Rock over the weekend?
Oh wow, yeah,
So
that
fun.
was so fun. This weekend was Florida. 2 shows in Tampa and then 1 show in Orlando. Yeah, the Hard Rock is cool. The coolest part was I was going to the bathroom at one point and I was kind of by myself. Anya was on stage. I always I introduce Anya, she goes on stage, and then I just like to kind of like pace around and like think about what I'm gonna say and kind of use that time. And then I get to watch usually the last 2 songs Anya does. So I was just kind of pacing the hallway, and they have all pictures up of people who've performed there. Like I was taking pictures, like Lisa Lampanelli was there, but like ZZ Top and Michelle Branch and Maroon 5, and like it's pretty cool. It's like people coming up, and then I round a corner and I'm going to this bathroom in the back. Like the hall like takes a little like detour, but it's not the main hallway. Fucking Taylor Swift up in this
By the bathroom?
hallway. I would not have seen had I not been like just kind of sauntering around. And I was like, oh my god, I was so excited to perform in the same place as her. Immediately I was like skipping my step, like ready to go, because it's only happened twice. It's there or to my knowledge, and the Ryman in Nashville. But she did it in 2008, so 14 years behind her.
Yeah,
watch out,
baby.
bitch. I'm coming in your rear view.
I can't believe they hid her in an ancillary hallway.
I know. I was like, you guys, it made me want to steal it, because I was like, you don't even care about it, you know? And I
Nikki
just
got
gasped
problems
so
with
loud
stealing.
she gave
I
the
would not.
security guard a heart attack.
Yeah, I
Were
was
you
like,
like,
and the security like looked over at me like, oh my god, like was kind of scared. I was so excited. But yeah, everyone was really nice and the shows were really fun. I'm trying to think of anything of note that happened in Florida. It's just nice to be in like balmy weather.
It just
beautiful.
feels
People were so
good.
kind.
Oh, I
They
got
were
such good
lit. Everyone
sleep
was
there.
like kind of tipsy at the end. They came out to say hi at the merch table, and
Mm-hmm.
I got some cool backhanded compliments I can add to my list. But
Oh, yeah.
they were so nice. One guy got so drunk, he just started buying T-shirts for everybody. I was like, I'm into it. He was like, at first I thought you were going to be like this knockoff Jewel, but then you fucking won me over. You were so good.
You don't even sound like Jewel at all. You don't look like Jewel. Like, what does he? Why? Because your guitar
Because a
isn't
girl
like
with blonde
Jewel's
hair walked
guitar.
out with a guitar.
I mean, it just doesn't even make sense to me that compliment or whatever he said. But yeah, people always. They don't always have to do it, but that is a common thing where they have to like.
Maybe he thought you were from Alaska.
Yeah, I did have a whale carcass on my back.
I had my favorite insult this weekend. That was. The people in front of me like fucking didn't get you and didn't like you, but I was dying, and I never get that anymore. Like I used to get that all the time at clubs because no one came to see me, and so they were just random people, and like you would often get tables that were just like, this is not what we signed up for. So it was fine. It was, but now at like my own shows, I'm just like, I never hear that. So this weekend that stood out. I was just like, fuck you. But also, some people don't show their laughter the same way other people do. That's what I have to tell myself. Final
Yeah,
thought.
how would you know the people in front of you are not enjoying themselves because their shoulders aren't moving up and down a lot? Like what? You're not
And
looking at
people
their
like
face.
to convince themselves that they get it.
Yes,
This is
I'm
for
special.
me. I get it more than you and other people. Like this is my, like she's mine.
Which
Oh
I
my
get. I
gosh.
feel that way
One-
too, being like wanting to be the best Swiftie or whatever.
One compliment I get constantly, and I'm shocked that people can't wrap their mind around why this wouldn't feel great to hear, is this. Oh my God, I have something so embarrassing to tell you. I'm so embarrassed. This is so embarrassing. I loved the Twilight soundtrack you were on. I'm so embarrassed. I'm sorry.
And you're like, I was on it.
I'm like, why are you embarrassed? That bought me a home. I was pleased to be in the company of those people.
People do that to me for F-Boy Island. And I have to say, I like it. I like it. And you're just like, yeah, a lot of people do. It's popular. This is what the whole like thing of like being embarrassed liking something that's like culturally like a huge mega thing means, or this is the thing, teenage girls like it, so it's inherently dumb. Is people like are like sometimes
Right.
get it. Someone sent me a Taylor Swift something defending liking Taylor Swift, or it was defending some liking things that are girly, and it would just kind of paid attention to the fact that people shit on things that like teenage girls like. It must be inherently vapid and stupid and bubbly and dumb and just empty. And that's what that's what like reality shows or like that things that women like are just like dumb. But shoes are
Okay,
cool.
so they're not saying like,
kidding.
it's so embarrassing I liked your song. It's like, I'm so embarrassed that I liked the franchise that you were associated
Yes,
with, which
yes.
is for teenage girls. Okay.
I'm smarter than that. I don't like Twilight. Like, I don't read those books. I don't like Taylor Swift. It's just like, well, then you don't. Also, Taylor Swift, now I'm just like, it's so, being someone who was a Swiftie before, it became so overwhelmingly culturally apparent that she is one of the best artists of our generation and no one can deny it. Now everyone's kind of on board because it's so undeniable. But even before, it was just like, arguing with my dad about it and being like, she's as good as she's as prolific as the Beatles, and him just being like, how dare you? I loved fighting about it, but I have to say I was right the whole time. And when I kind of go with this Bad Bunny thing, I'm like, I don't know who Bad Bunny is. I am so confused by it's because it's a different language, right? It's Latin.
Yeah,
So
he's
I
from
need to listen to Bad Bunny. I need to listen to Chance the Rapper, the Bonnie Raitt song that won. But where was I going with this? Taylor Swift. Fuck, I had a really good point to make.
Bad Bunny raps in Latin?
Yeah. Wait, what?
In Spanish.
Bad Bunny?
Spanish.
Oh, I was so confused. I'm like, we
have,
have
like, the
Latin
ancient
rap.
language.
Like, oh no, it was like it's Latin
Is it-
music, I guess.
E
Brazilian?
pluribus gloria mundi.
Yeah, he's bringing it back. It's a dead language, but it is back. Bad Bunny, of all people.
You go,
It's like
I
the
get it. It's in
opposite.
Latin.
But yeah, I didn't watch the Grammys the other night. Was obsessed with all of Taylor Swift's, like the pictures. Her look was so good.
outfit. Oof.
Yeah, her outfit was awesome. I love like just showing the waist part. It's such a good look. There was so much footage of her like dancing like from people in the audience taking pictures of her during it. They caught a moment where she talked to Harry Styles, who was her ex-boyfriend, who she has written many songs about, and that was a great, cool little thing to see. There was a lip reading moment that I wanted to put you on, Matt. So
Fire it up.
J-Lo and Ben Affleck
Oh.
had a moment where everyone's trying to lip read what they said, and I think it's been figured out what they say, but I want to just see if you can guess. Lip read J-Lo. Lip reader reveals what Jennifer Lopez said to Ben Affleck. Yeah, literally, they're putting lip readers on this thing. Is she saying no more drinking? I mean, I guess that's what we're gonna have to decide. What do you think she's saying here? Watch it over and over. He's watching the footage. He's studying it. Matt
Is he like a lip reader? Like, why are you giving? Why did you choose
he's
Matt?
so good at lip reading. It's just one of his talents.
I was born deaf.
No, were you?
No.
Maybe. Why are you so good at it? What are you getting from this video? So let me just say, when I did the People's Choice Awards, there was the camera cut to me while I was talking to Esther about David Spade and Adam Sandler on stage, and I said to her, "That's a pre-tape." And all of a sudden, the camera cut to me, and I go, "Oh, fuck!" Everyone goes, "Oh my God, Nikki, what did you say?" I posted on my thing. I go, "Who can figure out what I'm saying?" No one wrote me. Everyone guessed. No one figured it out. Guess who figured out what I said? Matt goes, "I just saw you say." Maybe you wrote me in my DMs to the clip, but you said that's a pre-tape. And I was like,
Wow.
You don't even know the word pre-tape. That's like a industry term, like that's how good you were. So you're the only one. So what do you think she said?
Well, this one's hard because you can't really see.
She's turning as she's
you
talking.
can't see her lips from this camera angle. So the only thing, the second part, it could be it's no more drinking, but I also got Motrin out of it. Like he needs to take some
Oh,
Motrin.
do you have any Motrin?
Yeah, something like that.
Motrin.
But then he did look a little bashful after. So
He looked bashful, but I think he looked bashful because I don't think it was a really tense moment between them. I think it was just like, first of all, if I were her, I would hate for anyone to comment on my relationship. So I'm maybe just going to plead the fifth on this one because I'm kind of tired of commenting on it. Everyone knows how I feel. Much like The Bachelor, I feel the same way about J-Lo and Ben as I do when I watch The Bachelor and Bachelorette. This isn't going to last. Why do I care? But I guess that is why I care. And I don't mean that in a mean way. Nothing else has lasted for either of them. Why would this one work? First of all, based on previous evidence, I'm not crazy to think this one won't work. But also most things don't work, You and Lauren work though.
we do all right.
Yeah. You knew she was the one when
I'm convincing.
Stop soon. Soon you're gonna really feel it in your bones. Was there a moment where you just knew?
Knew that we would date?
No, knew that she was like the one where you were like, I am gonna marry her.
Yeah, when I needed a visa to go to Spain.
Oh yeah, that's right. You guys got married so she could. Yeah, she was going to Spain to teach, and you to go live there with her.
Yeah, I didn't have a job. I
No, but you knew you were gonna marry her before then, right? Like you knew she was the one.
Sure, but
That sped it along.
it had to.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I would have literally been kicked out of the country after 3 months.
How long would you have waited? You think?
Probably a year.
Maybe a
Or so.
year longer. Yeah. Okay. All right. It was kind of a shotgun
No, but we were.
wedding,
I don't know.
which is the new J-Lo picture that you should check out with Josh Duhamel. Shotgun wedding. But what? I didn't get to go to your first wedding. Yeah, because it was so shotgun.
Our first wedding. I don't even know where I was going.
Yeah. What do you were going to Spain? Trying to
Did you
work
fall
away.
asleep? Wait, you got married twice?
No.
Yeah.
We had
They had a wedding.
a wedding and then a party after. The first wedding was on a Wednesday. Everybody does a hump day wedding, don't they?
Yeah, and it was in the park, and it was just my parents and his parents and them,
And it was 108 degrees.
Yeah.
Not kidding you.
and $108.
Yeah, right. And your dad
Was
hired
there-
a flamenco guitarist.
Yeah,
And it was
cool.
in the States or in Spain?
No, it was in St. Louis.
it was in St. Louis at Forest Park.
We kind of had like a visa like time crunch, so we had to do
Oh.
it because we needed a 30-day processing time for the consulate
Yeah,
in
so
Chicago to get our visas.
but then when they got back from Spain, then they had
had a party.
like a year or so later.
Yeah.
They had a
And then you had a
fucking
party. Ah, so that's the reason why it wasn't a bigger wedding with more people invited, because you had to get going, right? To
Yes.
Spain.
First time. Yeah, I think you were
Yes.
invited. Nick.
Yeah, I definitely. I just wasn't able to do it because I was working probably fucking hilarities in Cleveland or something. But prioritizing, what was important at the time. But then your wedding was where I gave the wedding speech, and I said that Lauren was more like a big sister to me growing up, and I gave all these examples, and I was like she knew Santa wasn't real before I did. She had to tell me like, Nikki, Santa's not real. And at the reception, there were children who didn't know Santa wasn't real, and they all learned from my fucking speech. And that is why I'm not good at sincere speeches. I always fuck them up. I said I was barren at Catherine's to make a joke, and it didn't go over well. It was just, I get so awkward. So look forward to that, Anya, when I am
I am.
the priest. I'm marrying Anya and Matt.
The
Oh,
priest.
wow.
I'm
Yeah.
the priest. So
Yeah, the priest is
Keep
supposed
your
to
kids away.
You're supposed to stay on script as the priest.
yeah. I'll have a script, but you got to make it funny.
No,
There's
I'm letting her
expectations.
Yeah, she gets to spitball whatever she wants.
That's the
as
thing.
long as she
People have
gets-
such a high bar, like the comedian's the priest
Oh,
or
right.
whatever, and it's just like, oh god, it's a lot. But I'm not feeling that way at all because I know in the past that I would have felt that way. I'm low pressuring myself because that's what Matt and Anya are
Why
all
don't you
about
go
anyway.
in disguise, fat suit? Just then, no one will know who you are. then you can do whatever.
Yeah,
you
I'll
want.
mass singer it.
Right, exactly.
Oh, yeah, go
This is
spot
this is a
Snowflake.
snowflake.
Yes. Oh my god. I will
Repurpose the
reprise my
outfit.
role as
There'll
Snowstorm.
be no pressure. This is your time.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could.
Let me just say,
make
you
up.
two are like bro sis-in-law goals. Like, I love this relationship. The fact
I
that
got
you guys
so
are like,
lucky. It's so stupid. Yeah, we both got an extra sibling out of it
for sure.
because I feel the same way about you. I always refer to you as my brother, and people are like, "Wait, what?" Like I always forget to say in law.
Brother and sister
Your
are
brother's
married.
husband.
in visa. Yeah, my brother's husband is here, everyone. Yeah, thank you, brother's husband, for being here and taking time off work. Go get back to work. Come back on the show whenever you want. You were
love
do
great.
you know
I
what he
hope
does for work?
Oh, stop this.
Nobody.
I'm just
No,
curious.
of course
Nikki.
I do. I do know what he
What is it?
He is the manpower, the brains, a creative force behind Big Muddy Adventures. I don't know your exact title. Like, what's your
What
title?
does he do?
Yeah. I mean,
Big money-
titles are fleeting.
He does everything. He does he's involved in every aspect of it, from like sales and marketing to the actual expeditions, to planning the expeditions, to going and picking up the boats, to going on them, and so he runs a river sports adventure company
Wow,
I
nice.
do.
and a retail shop as well. He's
Yeah.
the manager there,
I'm the general manager.
GM. Yeah. Big money.
Well
check it
done.
out if you're in St. Louis, but also make sure your car doesn't get stolen while you go check out that store. Big Money Adventures.
Right, yeah, don't leave your car
Bring your
when you go on
club.
the boats.
If your car gets stolen, you can always rent a canoe.
Wait,
All
can
right,
I can I say this before we leave?
Yes,
because
yeah.
it's related to it. We put up this picture for the work, telling people like, oh, come on this twice a week trip that we have called the STL Riverfront Adventure, and it was this picture of this family from San Diego, like a husband, wife, and 3 kids, and it was them smiling, so happy in front of the arch, and we
Cute.
put it up, and Downtown has their own Instagram account, like for just downtown St. Louis, and they put it up and shared it, and it went viral of people like shitting all over our business.
No,
not because of
why?
our business, but because of the concept, the idea of going on the river, on the Mississippi
What?
River. But people were like putting up all these gifs of like, they're like, people, it'd be like in St. Louis, it'd be like a canoe on cinder blocks. And
That's
people were
so
saying,
funny
the
that
only
you're-
the only thing you can do is get on the water to get away from the gunshots. And, like,
Yes. Oh
so
my
they were just
God.
ripping on crime in St. Louis and saying that you're gonna see
Yes.
floating dead bodies in the river and all. I promise you, if you go on a trip with us, we will not put your canoe on blocks. Your car will not get broken
No,
into.
it won't.
There will be no dead bodies.
No, it's actually really awesome if you like that stuff, and if you love that stuff, then it's the greatest thing to do. And you got Chris got a adventure for Christmas
Yeah.
from my parents, and me and him are supposed to go on one, so we got to pick one out soon.
Yeah, you've done.
That'll
trips
be
with
something
us.
I'll talk about on the. Yeah, I've done 2 trips. wet old man. Well, we'll talk about that another time. Thank you guys for listening. We have to tell that story once.
It's good.
It's too good. So, okay, someday you'll get the wet old man story. Thank you guys for listening to the podcast. We'll be here tomorrow. Matt, thank you so much for being here. Don't be Jackie Joyner Kersey. John first.